In the courts of heaven, before this moment reached your screen, something was already moving with your name on it. A chamber of mercy opened. A decree of comfort was released. And while the world kept turning like nothing unusual was happening, the Spirit of God began arranging a meeting between your hidden ache and His visible answer. There are times when heaven comforts you in secret prayer, and there are times when heaven sends a living sign to prove that your loneliness has been seen. This is one of those times. I need you to hear this with your spirit fully awake. The Father has not only heard the cry you never said aloud, He is responding to it in a form you did not expect. There is a public soul, a visible life, a person recognized in ways that would intimidate others, who has also known what it means to carry private emptiness behind familiar eyes. And God, who knows how to join strange roads for holy purposes, is stirring that life in your direction. Not by accident, not by fantasy, by divine design. Stay with me. What comes next will not sound like an ordinary message, because it is not. Before we go deeper, if the opening of this word has already found something real in you, and you feel stirred to sow into this ministry, the Ko-fi link is in the description below. When you give, heaven sees it. God is not unaware of the hand that plants a seed in the middle of its own season of waiting. But this message is already yours, given or not. Before we go deeper, if you have been carrying what I just described, I want you to know you found the right place. This channel exists for the ones who are still believing in the dark. Subscribe and stay close, because what God releases through this ministry week after week is specifically for your season. Hit the like button if this already feels like heaven speaking your name. If this word has already found something real in you, if it feels less like a video and more like heaven speaking your name, drop a comment below and tell me what this message is confirming for you. I read every response. Your words matter here. And stay with me. What comes next goes deeper. You have been lonelier than most people know, not because you have always been physically alone, but because what your soul has been carrying has been too deep, too sacred, too difficult to explain in ordinary language. You learnt how to survive with silence wrapped around you. You learnt how to answer simple questions while keeping the real weight buried beneath your words. You learnt how to smile when your chest felt tight and your spirit felt untouched by the people standing nearest to you. There were days when you looked composed on the outside, while something inside you was quietly asking, "Does anybody really see what this season has cost me?" There were nights when tears came without warning, not loud tears, not dramatic tears, but the kind that slipped down in secret because your body is releasing what your mouth never found permission to say. Heaven saw those tears. Heaven counted those nights. Heaven did not call you weak because you felt them. Heaven called you faithful because you kept walking while carrying them. This loneliness has had texture to it. It has sat in your shoulders. It has tightened around your throat. It has visited your stomach at strange hours and taken your breath when the room was too quiet. It has been the loneliness of being misunderstood, the loneliness of being spiritually ahead of the environment around you, the loneliness of knowing your life carries a holy assignment while your circumstances keep trying to narrate something smaller. You have walked roads that others could not even look at. You have been faithful in the dark, with no audience and no applause. They called it delay. Heaven calls it preparation. They called it isolation. Heaven calls it consecration. They called it a strange chapter. Heaven calls it the hidden place where oil was being protected from hands that did not know how to honor it. Psalm 56:8 says, "You have kept count of my tossings, put my tears in your bottle. Are they not in your book?" Listen to the tenderness of that. The Lord did not simply observe your sorrow from a distance and move on to something else. He collected it. He recorded it. He held it with the seriousness of a father who refuses to let even one tear from his child fall unnoticed to the ground. So no, you were never abandoned in that season. You were never ignored in that room. You were never invisible to the God who watched you keep believing when belief itself felt expensive. The weight you carry, heaven did not miss it. If what was just spoken named something you have never said out loud, If it put words to a pain you have been carrying silently, I want you to write it in the comments, not for anyone else, for you. Let this be the moment it leaves the dark and enters the light. Heaven will meet you in what you release. There is something else you must understand. Your loneliness was not only emotional, it was also prophetic. It was connected to calling. It was connected to the kind of mantle on your life that cannot be nourished by surface conversation or casual recognition. You were hungry for something your environment could not provide because your spirit was made for a depth most people around you never learned to carry. That does not make you strange. It makes you set apart. It makes you blood-washed for a particular purpose. It means your inheritance cannot be fed by noise. It must be strengthened by what carries oil, clarity, and peace. If you felt seen just now, if your pain was named and heaven met you in it, this is the fruit of a ministry built for exactly this moment. If the Spirit is prompting you to sow, the Ko-fi link is in the description below. Your seed planted in this moment of encounter carries an anointing. Heaven will multiply what is given from a heart that just broke open before God. You do not have to walk this road without a prophetic anchor. If you have been the one praying in private while carrying a calling no one else seems to understand, subscribe and turn on the bell. Every week a fresh word is released here for souls in exactly this kind of season. This is not about numbers. It is about connection, covering, and staying close to what heaven is saying while the next chapter forms around you. Now let me tell you why this chapter became so difficult. The enemy did not target you randomly. He studied what heaven placed inside you and moved against the assignment, not just the person. He saw the tenderness in you. He saw the depth in you. He saw the calling on you. And he knew that if he could isolate you long enough, he could distort the way you saw yourself. He could make you confuse being hidden with being unwanted. He could make you interpret delay as rejection. He could make you so hungry for relief that you would accept counterfeit comfort just because it arrived quickly. This attack has a name. It is called relational discouragement. It is called invisibility fatigue. It is called delayed recognition. It is called the whisper that says, no one of weight, no one of maturity, no one of true substance will ever come close enough to understand your heart. That whisper is a lie from the pit. Some of you have been offered attention without peace, access without honor, closeness without depth. You have seen doors open that carried excitement but no safety. You have watched conversations sparkle and then turn empty. You have felt how exhausting it is to be noticed and still not be known. That was not random. The enemy wanted you tired enough to settle. He wanted you so thirsty for comfort that you would call any water living water. He wanted you to think that because the answer had not come quickly, you would have to lower your discernment to receive anything at all. But the covenant stands. What God has sworn over your life will not be interrupted by every counterfeit that passed through your field of vision. Heaven has issued a counter-decree over your story. If your eyes have just been opened to what has been assigned against your life, and you feel the fire of heaven rising in you, I want to invite you to act in faith. The Ko-fi link is in the description below. Every seed you sow from a place of spiritual awakening is seen by the Father. He does not overlook the hand that gives while it is standing up to fight. There is a reason you are still here. Heaven is not done with this message yet. The next part of this word carries the declaration your spirit has been waiting to hear. If this word is landing in a place you have never let anyone see, hit that like button right now. Let it be your silent declaration that heaven found you today. And if you know someone who is walking through their own wilderness, who has been questioning, waiting, wondering if God remembers them, share this video with them. You may not know how much they need this word today. Heaven is using you to deliver it. 1 Kings 19, 5-7 shows Elijah collapsed beneath exhaustion, and heaven did not shame him for needing embodied care. The angel touched him. The angel fed him. The angel told him to rise because the journey was too great to walk without strength. That matters for you because it reveals the heart of God toward weary chosen ones. He does not watch from afar and ask you to survive on principle alone. He sends help. He sends comfort. He sends strength in forms your humanity can receive. So why would he not send a person, a vessel, a visible soul to become part of his answer to your private ache? He can, he does, and I believe he is. Thus says the Spirit of the living God over your situation. What the enemy called permanent, the Lord Most High has called temporary. What darkness tried to write as your identity, heaven has reduced to a season. Isaiah 43:19 says, "Behold, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it?" This is not a gentle suggestion. It is a divine announcement. Something new is already moving. Not someday. Not after years of begging. Now it springs forth. The new thing is not only inner peace, it is outer confirmation. It is God answering hidden loneliness with visible mercy. Hear me carefully. This is not about glorifying human fame. This is not about chasing famous faces because pain made you vulnerable to sparkle. No, this is about the tenderness of God. The Lord knows that part of what hurt in this season was the quiet fear that nobody with true clarity, maturity, or reach would ever really see you. So he is responding to that fear with a sign that overturns it. I believe a public soul, a recognized person, somebody who carries visibility that you would never have engineered for yourself, is being stirred to feel what sits on your life. They may not know your whole story yet, but heaven knows how to bend the roads of people until one life becomes a strengthening for another. Remember 1 Samuel 23:16. Jonathan, the son of a king, went to David in the wilderness and strengthened his hand in God. One man was hidden in caves, the other carried royal visibility. One was pursued, isolated, exhausted. The other came from a house of public stature, and yet God joined them, not for spectacle, but for strengthening. That is the pattern over you. God knows how to send a visible person into the hidden place of a consecrated soul, not to replace his voice, not to become an idol, but to become evidence that heaven knows how to send comfort wearing skin. If the promises that were just declared over your life landed in a place that was ready to receive them, if faith just rose in you where doubt had been sitting, this is the moment to sow. The Ko-fi link is in the description. Plant a seed into the same word that just gave you hope. What you release into heaven's promise returns multiplied in the season that matters most. The person being stirred toward you is not being sent to confuse you. They are not being sent to destabilize your discernment. What comes from heaven strengthens your hand in God. It increases peace. It deepens dignity. It brings clarity. It does not tempt you to abandon holiness. It honors the holiness already established over your life. So release the panic that says every significant connection will end in pain. Release the suspicion that keeps mercy standing outside your door because fear keeps questioning the sound of its footsteps. Heaven's comfort is not chaos. Heaven's comfort carries quiet authority. If you receive what was just released over your life, if your spirit is in agreement with what heaven declared, say so in the comments. Write your declaration. Write what you are now standing on. Every word of faith spoken in community becomes a stone in the altar of your breakthrough. Heaven is listening to what is written here. You are not ordinary. You never were. Before loneliness tried to rename you, God had already spoken your identity. Before people misunderstood you, heaven had already consecrated you. Jeremiah 1:5 says, "Before I formed you in the womb I knew you, and before you were born I consecrated you." Consecrated, set apart, established, named in the secret place before your public life began. Your crown did not fall because a season was confusing. Your birthright did not disappear because recognition was delayed. Your inheritance was secured before your birth. The ancient promise over your life has not weakened because the road became narrow. Say it in your spirit if you need to. I am not what my circumstances say I am. I am what heaven declared before I was formed. I am not behind. I am not forgotten. I am not too hidden to be found. I am not too bruised to be comforted. The anointing on my life is being deepened, not dimmed. What I have carried in private is not proof of abandonment. It is proof that God trusted me with a process that required protection before unveiling. Here is what I want you to do this week. Do not force this word into human timing. Do not go searching for a face so you can manufacture fulfillment. Let God be God. Return to Isaiah 43:19 and 1 Samuel 23:16, slowly, prayerfully, daily. Tell the Father, keep me from counterfeit comfort, and teach my spirit to recognize what carries your peace. Lift your eyes when you walk through ordinary moments. Do not assume that meaningful encounter is impossible simply because it has not happened yet. Make room for holy surprise without surrendering discernment. And when peace comes, do not interrogate it to death. Pay attention to the signatures. What is from God will carry peace more than pressure. It will feel clean, not cloudy. It will not demand that you betray your consecration to keep it near. It will not flatter your wounds while starving your spirit. It will strengthen you. It will steady you. It will call life forward in you. And even if the person heaven sends carries public recognition, their role in your story will not be spectacle. It will be consolation. It will be a reminder that the Father knows how to answer very private prayers with very visible mercy. And let me speak to the fear that tries to rise even while you receive this word. Some part of you wants to protect itself by saying, I have hoped before. I have discerned wrong before. I have opened my heart before, and watched disappointment walk straight through it. But this is why the Lord has been training your spirit in the hidden place, not to make you suspicious of mercy, but to make you able to recognize it. The comfort God sends will not demand that you betray wisdom to keep it near. It will not arrive with the fever of confusion. It will not make you smaller so it can feel larger. What comes from the Father will carry steadiness. It will leave you clearer after the encounter, not cloudier. It will make prayer easier, not harder. It will make your soul feel covered, not consumed. And for some of you, the first sign that this word is moving will not be dramatic at all. It will be a holy easing, a quiet opening, a sense that the walls around your heart are no longer bracing for impact. That is how restoration often enters, not with noise, but with a peace so clean it feels like heaven has stepped into the room and sat beside you. Receive this too. The comfort coming toward you is not pity, it is honor. It is heaven answering your endurance with something clean, steady, and kind. It is the Father showing you that the seasons you survived in secret were not wasted years. They were the roots beneath a mercy breaking the surface. If your spirit is awake right now, if declarations that landed in this message have taken root, subscribe to this channel and turn on the bell. Not as a passive viewer, but as one of the chosen ones deciding to stay connected to the prophetic voice heaven is using in this season. Every word released here builds on the last. Do not step out of this flow while heaven is speaking so directly to your journey. Now hear this as fire. You are not overlooked. You are being prepared. Hear it again. You are not overlooked. You are being prepared. If your hands are trembling, let them tremble. If tears are falling, let them fall. If something in your chest feels like it is finally opening after months of being locked down, do not call that weakness. That is heaven touching the exact place it has been working on in silence. You are not forgotten. You are being formed. You are not behind. You are on heaven's schedule. You are not abandoned in the dark. You are being led toward a dawn that already knows your name. The fire you feel right now is not destruction. It is purification. Heaven is burning away every agreement you made with hopelessness, every conclusion shaped by delay, every lie that taught you to expect almost nothing so disappointment would hurt less. No more. The oil has not run dry. Heaven is replenishing what was taken. The spring is opening. The dawn is rising. The loneliness that felt like a grave is becoming the place where resurrection breath enters your ribs again. And when the comfort heaven has ordained reaches you, it will not merely soothe a wound. It will testify that God never lost sight of you for a single second. If your chest is still open right now, if the fire that just fell has not gone cold, and if you feel the Spirit prompting you to mark this moment, The Ko-fi link is in the description below. When you sow from a place of holy encounter, heaven sees the faith inside that seed. The Father does not turn away from the hand that gives while it is still healing. What is released in faith is remembered before the throne. Before we close in prayer, leave your specific prayer request in the comments below. I will be interceding over every name, every situation, every need left here. You are not praying alone today. This community prays together. If something broke open in you during this message, if the person who pressed play and the person hearing these words now are not quite the same, stay connected. Subscribe and turn on the bell. Week after week, a fresh word is released here for chosen ones in every season of becoming. What was spoken today is not the ceiling, it is the floor of what God will continue to build in you. Before we enter this prayer, if throughout this message you have felt the prompting to sow into this ministry, honor that prompting. The Ko-fi link is in the description. God does not overlook the hand that gives in the middle of its own need. What you release in this moment He sees. The Father who rewards in secret is watching. Your seed is holy ground. Heavenly Father, we come before your throne and thank you for the one hearing this word. Thank you for sustaining them through a season that has asked more of their heart than anyone around them fully understood. Thank you for every night they stayed soft before you when life tempted them to harden. Thank you for every morning they rose carrying unanswered questions and still chose faith. Your word in Psalm 34:18 says that you are near to the brokenhearted and save the crushed in spirit. So draw near now in a way they can feel. Let your peace move through their mind, their chest, their breathing, their emotions, and the hidden places where loneliness has been living like an uninvited guest. Father, I place before you the specific pain this soul has carried, the ache of being unseen, the ache of being misunderstood, the ache of sensing a holy assignment while living in an environment that could not speak to the depth of what was inside them. Lift now every lie that was born in that lonely place. Break the lie that says they were forgotten. Break the lie that says delay means denial. Break the lie that says they must settle for counterfeit comfort because genuine consolation is too far away. Wash their inner world with truth. Restore tenderness where grief tried to make them numb. Restore expectancy where disappointment tried to become wisdom. And Father, if you are indeed sending a visible vessel, a recognized life, a person of unusual reach to become part of the comfort you have ordained, prepare that connection in holiness. Let it be clean. Let it be clear. Let it strengthen their hand in you, the way Jonathan strengthened David in the wilderness. Let it carry no confusion, no corruption, no vanity, no snare. Let it honor the consecration already on this life. Let it arrive wrapped in peace, timing, discernment, and mercy. Cover this chosen one now. Guard their sleep, guard their thoughts, guard their hope. Let them know beyond all argument that they are seen, remembered, and lovingly led by the God who never loses the address of his own, in Jesus' mighty and matchless name. Amen. This was not an accident. You were meant to be here today, and what was released over you in this hour is real. Stay connected for the next word that heaven is preparing for your journey. Share this with the one person who came to your heart while you were listening. And remember, chosen one, heaven has not finished writing your story. This is not the end. This is the beginning.